Welcome to a new episode of Life After Spice of Mariel Talks Spa. Today we are getting really posh because it's time to talk about Victoria Beckham's solo career. Victoria Beckham, also known as Posh Spice, began her solo career in 2000 while still working with the Spice Girls. She was asked by Dane Bowers, former member of boy band Another Level, and British garage duo True Steppers to join them for a dance collaboration, and so on the 14th of August of 2000, their single Out of Your Mind was released. The song peaked at number 2 on the UK singles chart, after a highly publicized battle with Spiller's Groovejet, If This Ain't Love, which featured Sophie Ellis-Bextor. But it outsold Out of Your Mind by 20,000 copies. Out of Your Mind entered the charts in 11 countries, received a gold certification for selling over 400,000 copies, and became the 21st bestseller of 2000 in the UK. After the single's success and the announcement of the Spice Girls hiatus, Victoria was signed by Virgin Records. She began working on her first solo album, and on September 17 of 2001, she released her first single called Not Such an Innocent Girl, a song that was first recorded by American pop singer Willa Ford, but that was never officially released.
Okay, so Not Such an Innocent Girl is one of my favourite tracks on the album. It's a good example of what's actually on the record. One of the last records that I actually recorded on the album, it was written by Steve Kipner, who wrote Genie in a Bottle for Christina Aguilera, and Andrew Frampton, who is an English writer. And I had great fun recording this record. As I said, it was one of the last songs that I recorded on the album, and it was quite funny because the whole album was finished, and then Steve actually came to me and he said, I've got this great song, I think you should record it, you'd sound great on it. So I recorded it and loved it, and for me I just thought, what a fantastic starting point. It starts off by saying, first impressions can be wrong, so let me clear what's going on. Which is a good opening statement for me, because a lot of people think they know me because of what's in the press and what the media say, but for the first time this isn't Posh Spice and the Spice Girls or Posh and Becks. For the first time this is Victoria Beckham, this is all about me, so that's why I particularly like this song.
The song entered a supposed chart battle with Kylie Minogue's Can't Get You Out of My Head. However, Victoria's single only managed to peak at number 6 on the UK singles chart and sold around 93,000 copies. Despite all the comparisons, Kylie always said that there was no such rivalry and that the two got along well. Victoria's debut and self-titled album was released on October 1st of 2001, peaking at number 10 on the UK albums chart. The album had a cost of £5 million to produce. Victoria worked with a wide variety of producers, including Johan Aberg, Kenneth Carlin, Steve Kipner, Brett Lawrence, Harvey Mason Jr., and Soulshock.
I've spent 18 months writing and recording it. Half of it I did in America, half of it in London. And I'm very excited, I've put so much into this. I think it's a very good pop album with some great dance tunes on there, some really lovely ballads. So I'm very excited, nervous at the same time, but excited that the lyrics in my album are very deep and very meaningful. I would say that it's a little bit more mature than the Spice Girls, but you can still hear that, that sort of Spice influence that runs through the whole album.
How would you describe your album, just in a few words?
Oh, in a few words, I'd say it's deep and it's meaningful, but it's good fun with action.
The second and final single, A Mind of Its Own, a song co-written by Victoria, was released on February of 2002, peaking at number 6.
A Mind of Its Own, another really lovely song. What I like about this is it's a good pop song with a really nice message running through it. Again, it was written by Steve Kipner and Andrew Frampton, and also myself. This is one of the first songs that I wrote with Steve and Andrew. I think it's got a really, really lovely verse, the way that I do a very sexy bit of speaking on the verses, and then when the chorus comes in, it's a really big chorus. So I love this song, really, really like it.
There were plans to release I Wish as the third single, but due to Victoria's second pregnancy, the single got shelved, but was featured on the Bandit Like Beckham official soundtrack. Unfortunately, the album only managed to sell 54,000 copies, which led to Victoria being dropped from Virgin Records along her former bandmates Melanie B and Emma Bunton. In 2002, Victoria signed a record deal with Telstar Records and 19 recordings. Simon Fuller wanted Victoria to record a dance pop album, but she wanted to try something more R&B hip hop oriented. Since the two didn't agree on which direction the new album would take, Let Your Head Go and This Group were released as a double A-side single in December of 2003.
The two videos are completely different, but they're attached. So I go from the set of one video to the next. Don't Disturb This Groove is a bit more serious. Mind you, there is a bit of irony in that one as well, but generally speaking it's a bit more serious. And Let Your Head Go is a bit more of a piss take.
The double A-side faced a new chart battle, this time with Sophie Ellis-Bextor's I Won't Change You. Let Your Head Go and This Group charted at number 3 on the UK singles chart, leaving Sophie's single at number 9. Victoria had already worked recording 2 new albums, supposedly called Open Your Eyes and Come Together. But when Telstar Records announced bankruptcy, both albums were cancelled but leaked online a few years later. Disappointed with wasted time in the studio, Victoria decided not to release new music and focus on her fashion career. Victoria's only return to music was in 2007 for the first Spice Girls reunion and then in 2012 for the Summer Olympics closing ceremony. In 2019, she refused to be part of the Spice Girls reunion, saying she was really focused on her fashion label. Victoria has starred in 5 official documentaries and reality shows, including Victoria's Secrets in 2000, Being Victoria Beckham in 2002, The Real Beckhams in 2003, Victoria Beckham, A Mile in Their Shoes 2004, and Victoria Beckham Coming to America in 2007. She has also appeared as a guest judge on Project Runway, Germany's Next Top Model, and American Idol. Victoria is a recognized style icon and fashion designer. She launched her own fashion line in 2008. She has designed dresses, handbags, jeans, shoes, eyewear, fragrance lines, and makeup. She won the Designer Brand of the Year at the British Fashion Awards in 2011. Victoria has also released 2 books. Her first, Learning to Fly, was released in 2001. The autobiography documents her childhood, her time during the Spice Girls, her marriage and family life, as well as her career at the time. Her second book was a fashion advice guide titled That Extra Half-Inch, Hair, Heels, and Everything in Between, which includes tips on fashion, style, and beauty. What do you guys think about Victoria's solo career? I gotta be fair and said that I didn't like her first album when I first listened to it. I was like, it's okay, but I'm not like so much into it. But then, as I gave it a few more tries, I found out it is a quite good album, not the best of the Spice Girls' solo careers, but it does have that pop, spicy thing that we all love. I mean, Not Such an Innocent Girl is a great song and fitted perfectly with her personality. Now, when it comes to her second and third studio albums, which later leaked, well, I have listened to them. You can find the songs on YouTube. And, well, you can see some resemblance with the first. I mean, the Open Your Eyes setlist is quite similar to her first album, more like dance, pop. And the Come Together album is more R&B, hip-hop oriented. She worked with several American producers, so that's what gave the album a more R&B vibe. But it's not that bad. I mean, it's a shame that those albums were never released and that those got shelved. It would have been great to see how they would have performed in the charts. And, well, let's hope that one day she gets to release more music. I mean, I know she's now more focused on her fashion line, but I think that she's really professional. And, well, we would love to see her back in the studio and maybe another reunion with the Spice Girls, because on the last one she was missing. And, you know, when a member is missing, you always, like, it's not complete, For me, it was like, okay, it's great to see them together, but if Victoria's not there, it's not like the original Spice Girls. You know what I mean? I know. But anyway, I love her style, and I love her personality. She's really unique, and I definitely would love to see her back in the studio. I would love to know what you guys think about her solo career, and let me know what are your favorite songs and your thoughts on her debut album, and if you have listened to the other albums, please let me know in the comments below what are your thoughts. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to subscribe and give me a big thumbs up. I will be seeing you next time. Bye!